our next bout. Please welcome firstly to the red corner from Florence, Italy, Francesco Iadzanza. Francesco Iadzanza. And please welcome to the black corner from Birmingham, England, Nathan Epps.
A little cock-totting with your brother. And then do a little nice one.
Nathan Epps. And this pro KGP rules bout will take place in the minus 70 kilogram division over three 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner from representing Siam Gym in Florence, Italy, it's Francesco Iadzanza. And across the ring, fighting out of the black corner, representing Corfit Gym in Birmingham, England, it's Nathan Epps.
See that back on. Sorry, Lucy. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Round one.
Well, originally penciled to fight Reynaldo Santos was Nathan Epps from Corfit Gym. That one fell through. Santos, Dave, you and I had the pleasure of watching go toe-to-toe with Luke Whelan for the KGP European title, so it would have been a good opponent for Epps, but as it stands, that one fell through. Francesco Iadzanza from the Siam Gym in Florence is the man in front of him. The pro K1 rules, so three 3-minute rounds this one at 70 kilos. He's tall at the weight, isn't he, Dave?
Yeah, Nathan Epps has always been really tall at the weight. I haven't seen him fight in person in a number of years, but always an exciting fighter. Always had good movement. You can see the way he moves around here and picks his shots. Lovely. Stepping in with that left hook there.
He's a British and multiple English kickboxing and Muay Thai champion, a veteran of a near 50-fight career, just a handful of defeats, stopped once in the cage. He's fought in traditional boxing too, a real all-round fighter.
Yeah, I'd love to see a match-up with him and Luke Whelan at some point in the future. Would be quite an exciting one.
Wouldn't it just?
But today he's got this Italian in front of him. Let's see what he can do.
Well, the Italians have really bought the fire this evening. You have to give them some real credit for that. Not easy to travel, that can often take a bit out of the tank as well, but they fought with ferocity this evening against some of the hometown favourites. Epps hail from Birmingham originally, moved out to New South Wales, Australia. I'm sure nostalgic and nice for him to fight in the town and city that he grew up in. Nice right hand to the body off a combination there from Epps. He's walking his man back into the corner. Strong start from Epps. Good stiff right hands these.
Yeah, you can see his hands are dangerous. Comes in at angles. And nice head movement. Caught with a stiff jab there by the Italian. Epps almost looks like a next weight group up from this guy. Very big at the weight.
But normally it's one or the other, isn't it? If you've got the height, perhaps the legs are not as thick, or the torso, but he seems to have both on his Italian counterpart. Looks strong and in control through this stage as another stiff right hand crashes into the body at the end of the first round. Good start from him. Iadzanza on your screen there, just unable to impose himself in that first round. He's going to have to come out a little stronger, which I suspect he will in round two. Certainly not blowing too hard, doesn't look to have exerted himself too much in that opening round. Epps perhaps blowing a little harder of the two, but certainly he was the one imposing himself and doing much of the work in those opening 3 minutes.
Corners, 10 seconds. Round two.
Showing the corner man of Nathan Epps calling for a little bit more pace in round number two. Pick it up. There's just a bit of reddening round the front leg there.
An immense reach on him. You see when he throws that jab out and that cross, the straight punches hit you from miles away.
And he steps in with it too, doesn't he? The right hand, he really steps in with it as well. So as you say, he might look out of range, but moments later, he's using that really well too.
Starting to really push the boxing forwards now, and can't help but feel like the Italian is just waiting to get clipped.
Well, Iadzanza, we knew he had to just come out a little bit faster, but he's not been given the opportunity to do so in this first 30 seconds. A good fast start from Epps, has set the tempo well, now just giving himself a brief respite.
He's caught again with a straight shot, Epps. Reddening on his nose.
Nice jab again from Iadzanza. Pulls out the way of a high kick, lands a low, and the two exchange, and now Epps goes back to the body, then upstairs. Just keeping the Italian off balance with those low kicks as well, Dave.
Yeah, you see the way Epps sets himself up in front of you, and the Italian is leaning back on the back foot. He's got nowhere to go when you do that. Lovely body kick from Epps, but Epps' balance is on point, so he can go forward, he can go backwards, he can hit you from there. When you're sitting on the back foot and you're right up against the ropes like this, not many places you can go, and he's getting tagged. I don't think he knows what to do to answer this.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look hugely hurt at any point, but you just feel the cumulative volume of these shots is going to start taking their toll at some point, if it hasn't begun to already, on the Italian. Ooh. Nice work there from Epps. Left hook, then the right low body kick. Classic combination, but done well. Then the body kick behind it. Really in control here through the latter part of round number two.
Just catching that right hand as the Italian went to kick. Just pushing the man right up against the ropes and just taking pot shots here.
But it's economical work, isn't it too, Dave? It's powerful and it's precise, but there's not too much in terms of wasted shots. He's picking them well.
Well, it's nice to see he's not just going for the knockout shot. He's not just trying to put this guy away. He's taking his time. He's trying to work on accuracy and like you say, cumulative effect and just working on his man.
It's a real textbook performance.
Hooks.
Absolutely, very, very technically good through round 2. No doubt he's in firm control. Moments from the bell. There it is. And Nathan Epps, a competent, composed performance in these first 6 minutes. His partner watching on, she said to you just moments ago before the beginning of the round, she's more nervous when he's boxing than when she does herself. And well, I think that can be said for a lot of stablemates, a lot of partners as well. And just saw her breathe a sigh of relief there as he went back to the corner in control of round 2.
Yeah, it's true. I guess when you're a fighter and you're the one in there, you're in control of your destiny, to coin a cheesy phrase, but when it's your loved one or even stablemate or friend, you feel a bit helpless watching them in there, trying to will them on from the sidelines. But he looks to be fully in control in this fight, so she can chill.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Nathan's face is just says it all really. He's got it under control.
Nice position to be in this, really, if you feel comfortable with what's in front of you, your head on the scorecards and you're feeling fresh going into the third and final round. A lot of the contests tonight have been attritional in nature. This one has been far from it. It's been controlled from Epps. He's dictated the pace, he's dictated the nature and timing of the exchanges from range. And well, the Italian, if he wants anything out of this, is going to have to bring something to the table in this third round, and that will incur, of course, an element of risk. Whether it will pay off or not is another matter entirely, but he's certainly just biting down on the gum shield, isn't he? But he's just feel this is what's going to happen. He may walk into 1 or 2 more shots than he'd bargained for in the process.
Yeah, referee keeping a very close eye on these two here. You can see Epps' boxing skills coming into play here as he picks his shots. Head movement is superb. Look at that movement. Just dips his head to the side, steps off, twists, throws his own shots again, puts his man against the ropes.
Good stuff there. The Italian still with enough wherewithal to lean back out of the way of that high head kick, but a bit of blood starting to trickle from the nose of the man from overseas as he backs up again into a familiar corner. But well, that's corner man there just told him bring him back to centre ring, don't let him off the don't just pin him into the corner. I wonder why that was. Hasn't been much in the way of clinch work. Maybe they feel at centre ring is where he's getting the best of his man and just steps off again, trying to bring the Italian forwards. The Italian's impetus seems to be to try and retreat, and maybe he feels safer on the ropes where he can tuck up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Epps is having a really positive effect, having his man up against the ropes, showing complete dominance in the fight. I think I would just like him to carry on doing what he's doing.
Absolutely. Well, it's a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Epps so far, lovely, just dip out of the way of the jab there, and again, beautiful head movement from him, using those boxing skills, lands the high kick, and the Italian is, I wouldn't go quite as far as to saying survival mode completely, but he's certainly entering into that kind of territory.
Yeah, he's having a hard day's work in there, and Epps looks calm and composed right to the end. Just dishing out punishment.
Nice body kick. The return fire was nothing more than an irritant from the Italian, who really has had the steam and the wind taken out of his sails. Right, the sharp striking of Nathan Epps.
Yeah,
catches and counters.
Referee there just staying very close to the action. When things get dangerous as we enter the last 10 seconds. Blood streaming from the nose of Epps too, so he's taking some shots back.
And I think it's certainly his right, as he's been marauding forwards in control of the third round, that he take a few in the process, maybe a couple more than he needed to, but actually I think he felt comfortable enough to stand in front of his man and do so. Good performance from Nathan Epps. And you said you hadn't seen him fight for a while, Dave, but you're impressed in what you've seen
Yeah, very much. I've always rated him. I think he's always been a really good fighter. Good movement. You can see he's got a boxing background there, or you can see he's studied boxing. I would like to see, like I say, I think he'd be a good fight with Luke Whelan. I think they would have a really, really close matchup. It'll be interesting to see where that went.
Well, we know we've got the Muay Thai Grand Prix again. It's the O2 in 7 days' time. Charlie Peters and Liam Harrison headlining at 67 kilos, but this one at 70, and that fight potentially is a really interesting one. But right now we go to our Master of Ceremonies, Peter Lowe. He's standing by with the scorecards.
And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for both these men after 3 excellent rounds. And at the end of those 3 rounds of action, your ringside judges have reached a unanimous decision, all in favor of your winner. Fighting out of the black corner, it's Nathan Epps. And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Francesco Iadzanza.